if you don't mind us,
Hold on,
live stream. Okay.
Start the live stream, then you can ask.
Okay.
Uh, uh,
If you don't mind us,
SEO this week, episode 25. SEO on my deathbed. I love it. This is what the hell? That's weird. Community moderation. Yay. Close caption off. Make sure I have sound. Yep, you guys are good. Oh, Jeebus. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. So, you can probably tell I'm not in the best of health right now. Damn, sinus infection or what? Kicking my ass. So, I'm going to do SEO on my deathbed. Honestly, if it wouldn't have been weird, I probably would have took the laptop upstairs and just did this in my bed, literally. But then you go to the store and get some like some of that sinus specific medicine and just probably sleep this one off for today. I don't know if I'm pretty much useless for today. I can do some stuff, but for the most part, I just don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I actually got up. I slept really, really well. And then got up at 3:30 with my wife. Up and about 4, showered by 4:15, breakfast 4:30. And by that time, after I get done with breakfast, I just felt like complete ass again. So I laid down. I'm just gonna take a 20-minute nap and then I'll go to work. Start my day. Like 3 hours later, I woke up. And then I've been cleaning emails out from the weekend ever since. You know, it's been pretty good for the most part. In the SEO land space, there's been a PubCon. There was a speaker, I forget her name. It's Jessica something. Hold on, let me see if I find it again. Find it on the Twitter. It's for you guys. She was the first person to put this out. She did it on PubCon. That's weird. Twitter's broken. Twitter working for you, Alex Arcady? Twitter's broken for me. Your message API plan does not include access to this endpoint. That's weird. Twitter.com. Yep, broken. Sweet. Anyway, she was from PubCon and she created this search string. And what I like is people are curious, right? So she found her name is Jessica. Jessica something. Let me find. I want to give her credit where credit's due because there's a ton of people running around and copying what she shared on Twitter and pretending like they came up with it. And look how smart I am, and I can find people's media stuff. But really, they just got this from this lady. And she shared it at PubCon, and her name is Jessica. It's buried in all this stuff because I did a show with Paul Andre de Vera. We did the SEO video show together. He was kind enough to have me on, and he got blown up on Twitter. It was actually pretty cool. Geez, I can't find it now. I mean, I shared it too. Can't find it. Anyway, she did a presentation at PubCon, and what it is a search string. It's a pretty interesting search string. Says it's working for him now. Twitter. No, still getting it. That's the hell's up with that. My Twitter's broke. That's weird. I'll figure it out. It works on that for whatever reason, but not on there. But anyway, she shared a search string, and I shared it in the SIA Slack. And there's a whole bunch of people running around sharing it, pretending they came up with it, but it was from a presentation at PubCon, and they're looking for that specific string is regenerate response, right? So if you go into ChatGPT, you ask it this question, it generates a response, and then underneath it, there's a little box that says regenerate response. And what people are doing is collecting or copying the content from ChatGPT and also copying that regenerate for response thing, and they're posting it straight on their site. And there's been some examples of people creating posts for LinkedIn, regenerate response in there, content on sites, regenerate response. I just did the search string and I found a whole bunch in SEO space. I think I have it saved. My Discord's not opening either. So let me hear this. I do that and then I'll share. You see Arcady and Alexander. All right. So regenerate response minus ChatGPT, the keyword. Let's put SEO. You know what? Let's do plumbing. Let's see if local people are using this. Regenerate response. There you go. Drains versus snakes. Hydro. Scroll all the way to the bottom. There it is right there. Regenerate response. Identify structural defects in home. Regenerate response. Homes.com. Let's see what homes.com. Why is there regenerate response at homes.com? Let's see if we can figure that one out. New bathroom, updated plumbing and electrical, NB Realty. Let's look for NB Realty. Here we go. Click on this. Regenerate response. So homes.com, the realtor. I mean, it's fine if that's what your house is, but Jeebus. That's fucking lazy right there. It's clearly right there. It's not even like the other ones where it's just mashed in here and you could easily glaze over it. It's fucking right there over his name. Regenerate response. Oh, that's funny. Here's another one. Facebook. Tyler brokers. Cool Springs real estate brokers. Let's see. Where's he using it? Where's regenerate? He's using it in some of his posts. There it is, right there. Oh, fuck. Jesus, people are so lazy. All right, let's go. Let's find some more. Articles. Yeah, we've seen a whole bunch of those. News. We've seen a whole bunch of those. Oh, let's go news. Let's go politics. Politics. Did I spell it right? I think I did. Government right to regenerate must use offer bill. Right to regenerate response. That's the UK. No, it's not in there. Let's go elections. Regenerate response. Let's see what he's got. Oh, my Twitter is still not working. What the hell? You know what? Let's do this. Open it in another. No, still not working for me. Let's see. Dang. All right, that's where page speed. Yeah, you're just Sucks. LinkedIn Pulse, blockchain help. There it is, right there. Regenerate response. I mean, that kind of something that simple. I'm not saying this content is bad, but it creates a lack of trust. Like, I get it. You want to use AI, but fucking edit it for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Pay attention to what's coming out of it. If you used it to sell my house, you used AI, totally cool with it. But if I saw this, I'd be like, you didn't review any of that. So if you didn't review this to pitch my house on a site like homes.com, then I have significant questions as to whether you're the one that should be selling my house, right? Let's look at this. It's on homes.com. One bedroom. Look, there it is on Zillow. So he put it in the MLS, and these guys are all pulling off of the MLS. Continue reading, regenerate response. See? Realtor. Property details, read more, regenerate response. See, so he put it in MLS, and then the MLS got syndicated to all these sites. Everyone who sees his listing has got this regenerate response. He clearly did this, so he didn't pay attention. So if he didn't pay attention to this, 150 word block, then what else is he not paying attention to when he's selling my house? It's not a, oh, this is a mansion or anything like that, but still, come on, put a little bit of effort into it, guy. You know what I mean? And that's where I think the value, the trouble is people are going to get into with this. Here's another one, regenerate response. It's on a legal site. Inspect the property, look for cracks. In conclusion, identify the property value, find defects, determine legal option, pursuing it is important. Consult with a qualified lawyer. Regenerate response. That's not good at all. Like when I do content for lawyers, everything goes through the lawyer first, right? Because I don't want to say something's going to get him in trouble with his bar. So all the content on lawyer clients has to get approved by the lawyer or their designated representative at their office. So they can say anything that's on my website, we have identified and read, and if there's issues, they took care of them, or they approved them. So they can't come back to me and go, "Oh, we're going to sue you because you're putting trash on your website." If this is on their website, I guarantee you these guys are not approving their content. And whoever's doing this, if they piss off these dudes, this is just another thing that they can look for. Let's go plumbing. I mean, plumbers, bleh. It's the same. There's how many new ways can you say how to do a snake, right? Just remove this and you're fine. It's topical relevance and stuff, but this real estate and that lawyer, I mean, come on. Let's go attorney. How do you spell it? Attorney. Look. Desert Sun. I think this is a news site. This is a news site. Find it. Not in there. Just got regenerate. That's good. Regenerate response. This is definitely a news site. PR Newswire. Look, press release on a news site from EIN Press Newswire. Those guys are supposed to have editors to catch this stuff. Oh my goodness. Law fuel, big law 3. What's this? This is news. They're just using news to generate relevancy. Like an RSS feed kind of thing to generate relevancy. That's an ugly fucking website. This is somebody's PBN or something. Archives, response, tag pages ranking. They even got the button. Let's see what happens. Give me guys what accomplished. That's funny. Yeah, see, and be really careful. This is not necessarily legal advice, but what if it's wrong and you haven't sent this to the attorney to review and you put it on their website? That can cause some fucking drama for you folks. So don't do this shit. I mean, you can use AI content. Use AI content to your heart's content, but you got to review it. And then especially if you're in these your money, your life, especially if you're messing around with lawyers, send that content to them to get it approved and make sure you're not leaving the regenerate response button in your content. And then you'll be okay. But don't invite drama. Hey, Vinay. I had a sinus infection. I feel fucking horrible. Straight up horrible. I almost didn't even do this today. And then I was going to do it in my bed. And I figured, no, I got to get up. I got to do some work today. But after this show is over, I'm definitely going to the pharmacy to get some sinus medicine. I didn't feel it. It's like in my ears and this whole side of my face. Oh, disgusting. You know, I was in the army. I never got sick. And now they're retired. I'm sick all the time. Trademark and brand, attorneys at law, trademark and brand registration, regenerate response. I just am at a loss. I don't get it. Let's see. 5 reasons why real estate planning. Real estate planning is kind of a big deal, especially if you specialize in it. Generate response. The button. They copied the button. How are these guys copying the button? How do they accidentally copy the whole button and not notice? Ben Duke Law. This one I'm not too stressed over people using their ChatGPT for their social. Malta House. Let's see what that is. Bringing hope for children, pregnant parenting mothers for the children. Attorney social media advertising. Here's someone I would not hire. Well, look for the site's broke. And then 2, I bet you. Where's regenerate response? You know it's in here somewhere. Let's see. Regenerate response. It's there somewhere. Let's find it. There it is. So this is not a bad use of this, right? So you create these headlines and you find this out and you knock it out. But here, again, it's just kind of just got caught doing it. And that's just a sign that it wasn't really edited. I mean, that stands out. It's right there in front of your heading. So anyone who's paying attention and has a little bit of pride in their work is going to notice that when they're creating this heading tag, for example, and they didn't. All right. Sheesh. Enough about my ranting. If you're one of those client hunters, you can go like you're doing local SEO, put those keywords in for your market and Houston plumbers, for example, find out who's got all those regenerate responses and then write to each one of those businesses and go, look, your SEO team or whoever's posting content is using AI content and leaving your generated response in there. You want someone who's going to at least do that use AI content responsibly, marketing your business. Oh, let's see. Dallas home with the Houston. There you go. I must be talking about that. All right. So that's my little rant about that regenerate response thing. Let's see if I can share keyword. I'll put it in the chat so you guys have it. Again, I didn't come up with it, and those clowns that are running around sharing it didn't come up with it. There's one lady, she did a presentation at PubCon, and she was kind enough to share this search string from her presentation on Twitter. And that's the original person that did it. Anyone else? And her name starts with a J. It's like Jennifer. If I had the Twitter, if it was working for whatever reason, it's down for me. You just search for that search string and you'll come up with her name. And you can give credit where credit is due in that regard. So that's good. Let's see. Hi, Clint. Does choice of anchors of tier 2 links affect money page directly? Yep, it sure does. That's all I'm going to say about that. Can you recommend anyone from Fiverr for link blasting? Nope, I don't use Fiverr for link building. Because you don't really control what those guys are doing. So they tell you, hey, we're going to get you, let's say, oh yeah, we'll use your anchor text as needed, right? And then they don't end up not doing it. I just have trust issues with Fiverr and links. So I got my own systems to do that stuff. Are there people you can find on there? I'm sure, but you're going to end up testing a lot of people too before you get people that are good to work with. If that makes sense. Let's see. All right. I don't see anything else. No more questions? You guys are easy today. Taking it easy on me. I don't want to use my brain. Let's see. If you anyone knows how to get a hold of the recordings for PubCon, if they're going to sell those or not, that would be interesting to see. Apparently there was a talk. I want to say it was by Gary Elias, but there's some people that were there. Lee and Honey specifically were there, and they talked about having a author bibliography page to satisfy EAT. Like you have a URL and links to it that go to the author bibliography. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I want to test that out. I think they're going to test it too, and that will address some EAT stuff potentially. They have a couple spins on it that they're testing, but that was part of their mastermind, so I can't really release what their spin on it idea was. But just having it with author bibliography, it makes sense, right? Because think about it, you're dealing with a math tool that's playing hide and seek with words and looking for co-occurring words and all that. So author bibliography, Clint Butler bibliography, or KDB bibliography, Tanya bibliography, that kind of stuff would be a good way to check the box when it comes to EAT. If you listen to Kyle Roof, he talks about EAT too, and it's really checking the box, right? Privacy page, check. Terms of service, check. Contact us, check. Author box, check. I mean, and that's how you address EAT. And it makes sense. If you're an SIA, you got the notes for when I read the entire quality readers guidelines and put my notes in there and stuff. And it's really looking for those specific things. And these are manual reviewers out going and looking to see if your qualified. So they're looking at your backlinks, and that's how the algorithm would have to do it, is backlinks to you, to your page, backlinks to your author biography, increasing your authority, and then you're citing that you're the person who wrote this thing, you represent this thing, you're an expert in this topic. And that's kind of what Eat is shaping up to be. So it's looking on page for those things, privacy policy, author link, and all that wise. And then it's looking at your backlinks and the anchor text of the backlinks to prove that you're an authority of the topic. So author biography, if you haven't put one of those pages up yet and you don't have a, like me, I shut off all the author archives on my websites because it's just kind of a lot of extra noise. Create an author page and then highlight your stuff, or turn your author archives on. And all your stuff that you wrote will show up in a list there, and you can do the bibliography of who you are. And that's might be a good internal linking thing too. So you can make that page unique with the author, with the archives turned on, and get over the whole duplicate content fear. Follow up regarding anchors to tier 2. Any hints on where to dig? All of your links and all of the links that point to your links should be relevant to your keyword. And that's all you get. Let's see. What else I got? For server logs, would you use something like Screaming Fog Liner or keep it simple and something like Sublime? I think that really that's a UI thing. If you're good with Sublime, then you could probably fly through that pretty quick. But the log analyzer just does make it a little better. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit more easy to manipulate what you're looking at. There's inherently, those are really simple, so you can look at them and go, oh, the Googlebot came to this page, Googlebot came to that page, Googlebot came to this page. And really, if you think about the data that's in there, the only thing that you can make in conclusions is how often the bot is coming back to what pages and which bots are doing it. Right? So it kind of astounds me that people can get there and go, oh, and turn that into like all these conclusions about indexing and crawling and all that stuff. You gotta, in order to make conclusions about crawling, you gotta follow that bot around and map it out and see where it's going, see how it's getting across your website. You got to see about how often it shows up. You see which ones Google has show up and stuff like that. And you can tell from all that data, crawl rates, recrawl rates, etc., how often they're reading your sitemaps, for example, that kind of stuff. But it's really really hard to come up with conclusions about what Google is and is not doing by looking at your log files. And anyone that claims that you can look at your log files and determine when algorithm updates are coming out or whatever is just full of shit. I mean, you can see patterns, and things may or may not shut off, but you got to be watching those 100%, and you got to have a website that is constantly updated and has this regular history of posting, and even then all you're going to be able to tell it is what your crawl rate is and which bots are coming. Or Google changes it to Googlebot and you get the image bot all of a sudden starts showing up more than the regular bot or whatever. I mean, you could tell those things and Google might be doing something different, but saying that your log files are going to give you indicative to your indexing likelihood, etc., is, in my opinion, completely inaccurate. They are, if you have Screaming Frog, you can format that data properly with the log analyzer, and then throw it into a visualization tool and see where, I'll call it user flow, but you want to see where the bots are going. And the idea is you can find out if there's places on your website where the bots are getting stuck. It's be most important for like e-com, where you got a whole bunch of categories. I'm not talking Amazon level. Those guys have a whole nother nightmare to do, but like just a normal e-com with 200 products and 10, 15 categories, and for some reason the bots are always getting stuck at your socks category, and it's not going to finding all the socks, for example. You'd be able to see that with visualization tools in Screaming Frog, but you would have to use Screaming Frog, and then if that one, I haven't used it in a while. I don't remember if there's a visualization tool in it, but drop it in a Tableau or something like that. Kind of see if you can spot where the bot is getting stuck, like what URLs where it's just not going anymore, and that would be useful for this server log. They're easy to get lost into and pretend and make a lot of conclusions about, and it looks cool to say I use my server logs and I looked at all this stuff. I mean, even I did it at one point in time, but once you dig in there long enough, you realize that all of those things that people are saying are in here. I mean, it's just not, it's not there. There's plenty of guesswork that you can come up with and reinvent things and make yourself feel better. But at the end of the day, it's all guesswork. Make sense? Oh. Let's see. I don't see any more questions in the Zoom. Nothing in the YouTube. You guys are quiet today. I appreciate taking it easy on me. I'm not asking anything too hard. I'm supposed to interview 2 guys for SEO manager positions today, and just not gonna do it. That's not that. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's see. What else was on there? What else did I see that was good? I just watched Cyrus Shepard's video from ClearScope. If you do a YouTube channel ClearScope and then Cyrus Shepard, there's a video on internal linking. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't know that I'm 100% sold on all of his stuff. But that being said, it's actually really interesting, and he shows data, which is, data is important. Don't just take my word for anything. You got to do testing. Same with Cyrus, but there's got 2 videos in there, one on anchor text variety and then one on the usage of anchor text and first placement. So if you remember what first placement was Rand came out with this theory that, let's say you had 2 links and Google's only going to count the first one. And Cyrus was able to sort of prove that it's still being there. But let's say you have an anchor text link in your content and then the image link. Google's counting both of those. But he also showed if you have 4 links to the same, like anchor text link, image link, 2 more anchor text link, and then you use hashtags in those URL with the keyword, that Google is counting all 4 of those on your page, which was actually pretty interesting. So I want to go through and watch that video again when I'm not completely wasted, and build some tests for SAA on that, just kind of confirm his test results. And I think that'll help us out significantly, and actually couples with something that we learned at SEO on the Beach. If you watched last week, I went over SEO on the Beach notes. We talk about Brian Cato, and he's adding the hashtags, right? So if you have a term table of contents inside your page, or like easy table of contents or whatever, when you click on those links, you get this jump link that sends you down to that page, and he's using those for internal linking to his pages, which is smart. So I don't know that if he's accidentally found on the same thing that Cyrus is doing, but it's really cool application for that, and I think that it should be useful. Let's see, Christoph. Do you think it's possible to scrape? People also ask via Python, getting blocked, want to iterate a seed list of questions, scrape competitors. So I wouldn't do it. If you remember, there's a lot of people that are becoming really successful with that, and they started creating all those PAA sites. And then the healthful content update in October just fucking nuked all of those websites. And it was some variations. Matt, his first name is Matt, I don't know his last name, but he tested using ChatGPT3. So he did what you did, scrape the PAAs and then use ChatGPT3, not ChatGPT. He used GPT-3 from the original OpenAI and created those questions, and his site destroyed. Like he was getting really awesome traffic, and then the health content update came along and killed it. And a lot of those PAA sites, or pretty much most of them that I knew about, all got the same treatment. So I would not even bother with the whole scraping thing. What you can do is find like 5 questions for a piece of content. All right, find highly related, and then don't use the exact same question that you found in PAA. And then create content around that. And that might get you around that helpful content beast. So, and basically all those guys that are scraping that, and they found a really cool like glitch inside of the matrix, right? And they were winning with those PAA sites, and Google's like, oh yeah, well, we got to fix that. And so that's kind of how I got burned. It also didn't help that jackoffs were going to Google representatives and going, why is this site ranking? It's just scrape PAAs, and fried that business model. But those were at the end of the day, those were ranking on questions, right? It's not like they were some random search term. Those were ranking on questions and got roasted. So be careful with that. But to answer your question, you can do it with Python. There's beautiful soup. My guess is if you're getting blocked, it's probably your pace of your scrape is too fast, and you need to rotate some proxies in there and get that through. Google's really good at stopping that without good proxies, and you can roast proxies pretty fast, regardless of how you scrape. Let's see. Helpful update looks to have tanked many area pages, which were indexed. Area pages, you got to define area pages. It did go after like pages. One of my consulting clients, he's actually new. As a matter of fact, I gotta send them an invoice today. Good thing I remember that. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. He has templates for the local like city, whatever. And he has a template in there, and the template is modified with a whole bunch of city relevant stuff, which is actually pretty decent. But the main topic for the keyword, that is only like a 150 word section. And those got killed with the helpful content update because they were using they were relying almost entirely on the local relevance content to create uniqueness, and using the same niche content on all the landing pages without any spin in them. When I say spin, I mean localifying that. So you create a 1,500 word article on roofing and all the sales and all that stuff that you guys do for roofing. You optimize it for roofing, and then you spin it, air quotes, spin, by dropping in short code that would update for the city that landing page is reflected on, city and state, depending on how you want to go. And that makes it local, right? And those are ranking just fine. But if you lazy out and you leave like a majority of your niche stuff not spun, not localified, it will get hit. And so if you're talking about those like city pages, then yeah, I would look at your templates and see how much of it you're actually reusing over and over and over again. And that will get popped a little bit with the local update, or the helpful update service thing. Not so much like a smaller site like my franchises, they're doing fine. But again, I've got their templates all localified. But these big ass mass sites, yeah, if you got one of those trying to target all the cities in the country and you're using that same template over and over again, it's gonna get roasted if you're not adding some local mix into it. Hopefully that helps. I appreciate that question. Geez, I should have sent those guys. Now I gotta find their email so I can send them their invoice. There you go. Perfect. I'll send them an invoice today. Thanks for reminding me. Probably the last amount of work I'm going to do this week. Not gonna lie, do today anyway. Geez. All right. Well, yeah, 45 minutes is not too bad. You guys have any last minute questions? Go ahead and drop them in the chat. While you're doing that, I want to show off SEO. No, yeah, spring training. Let's see if this is the website. Yep, there you go. So SEO spring training, April 13th to the 16th. There's going to be a lot of people speaking. Brock Misner, Elizabeth Samuels, Terry Samuels, Alan Jenkins, Monique, Tracy. Go over here. Lane Houck's going to be there. Kyle's going to be there. Craig's going to be there. Eldar is going to be there. Marty Marion is going to be there. Marty Marion, smart as, so if you guys want to learn about taking over and doing positioning and all that stuff, Marty Marion is worth the price of the ticket alone. Stuart Tier is going to be there. I haven't seen him very much. Matt Verstig, I just listened to and met him in person for the first time at SEO on the Beach. Really nice dude. Chaz Edward from Local Client Takeover, right? LCT. He's going to be there. He's a really good dude. Like, I've had known him and heard rumors about him and all that madness on the internet and stuff. But when I met him, he was a really nice person. So be good if you're trying to talk about growth and stuff like that. Chris Walker, he started Legit. Michael Rayburn, he's got a mastermind. He does map stuff. It's really cool. And his wife Tracy are going to be there. She's kind of Both of them are retired military, so that's kind of where her and I and him all kind of interconnect in that regard, and we translate to each other a lot better because of that shared experience. But she does a lot of project management and strategy and all that stuff, and he's more of the SEO monster. So it's going to be a good conference. If you're interested, go to SEO Spring Training. Use CB Clint Butler CB 2023, and there's a discount in there, and sign up for that. There's going to be a mastermind day. Let's see if I can. So the agenda's in here. Yeah, there's welcome, and this one has a mastermind day. No, there's another one. Oh, they sold out the VIP tickets. There is a mastermind day though that it does like a tech mastermind. So if you want to know about softwares and all that stuff, and what people are using to kind of get things through, there's a tech mastermind on the 17th. But I'll get there April 30th, 13th. And then I'm emceeing the conference on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. I think that's how that stupid date thing goes. And then the tech mastermind on the last day. Let me see my copy. Let me see my 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, and the tech mastermind is on the 17th. So come on and meet me. I would appreciate getting to meet you. More important than that, I mean, the SEO at the beach conference was good because a lot of people that are there that I didn't even recognize, to be completely honest. A lot of people said they knew of me, but I didn't know a lot of their faces, and I didn't know a lot of those people. And it was good to talk to people that like they were new to me. You know what I mean? Talking to old friends is awesome, but talking to new people is even more awesome. So come say hi if you're a watcher of the show here in the Phoenix area. If you can attend SEO Spring Training and you're in the Phoenix area, just reach out. I mean, we can drink some beer at the bar or something after the conference or whatever it is you want to drink. I'll be drinking beer or smoking a cigarette and maybe a whiskey or two, but you can come in and just hang out, and that would be cool too. You don't have to go to the conference to come see me. It's not if you're there. And I would really like to get a Phoenix group of people together and give me an opportunity to go up to Phoenix more often. I mean, I'm 4 hours away, but still, it's 4 hours of good motorcycle ride I can knock out or something on a bi-weekly basis and have a bunch of SEOs get together and talk shop in person. So that'd be cool. All righty. No more questions on the YouTubes. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit the notification bell, share the video with your friends. Build my audience for me because I'm totally